Hello, I'm Fred.
I'm Sheila.
McCoy. And we're here today. We're going to start a segment on the Hatfields and McCoys. There'll be some type of video before or after this telling the history of what we have with the Hatfields and McCoys, along with we also own the Hatfield McCoy Museum in Liberty, Kentucky, where we own the largest Hatfield McCoy collection of artifacts and memorabilia in the world. We've also wrote a over 800-page book throughout the years on the Hatfields and McCoys. And as a police officer of 40 years and my wife a teaching assistant for 28 years, we investigate things to the point of where there's no guesswork added. We use Civil War records and newspapers, articles for what you can count them for, but birth and death certificates. And what we want to discuss today, this has always been one of the topics for conversation on the Hatfields and McCoys, and that's the Devil Anse Hatfield Monument. And of course, over here, and she'll close in on this stuff, and you can pause your video there where you can read it. But that is the National Register of Historical Places in Washington, D.C. That's the paperwork that was filled out in order to declare the Hatfield Cemetery as a National Historical Place. And in this, these pages that they submitted in 1978 to get the Hatfield Cemetery at Sarah Ann registered, they had to write certain things in there. One of the things they wrote, just to cover it real fast, but it says that the Devil Anse Hatfield paid $2,000 for his coffin, for his casket. And that's in the registry. That's certified, a document there that statement was made. This here is the record of funeral. This here is the funeral home's death certificate as far as the bill, the complete printout. And the bill was paid by Tennis Hatfield, which was Devil Anse's youngest son. And over here it says that they paid $2,000 for the casket, when in fact, right there, it states, I don't have my glasses, Sheila, is that $275?
$275 looks like at the top.
Yeah, $275 is what the casket cost. She'll back up there and pause that, where you can, or you can pause it. Mm-hmm. And
let them look at it better.
Yeah, and you can study it. Now, back in May the 22nd of 1944, Life magazine came in and done a segment on the Hatfields and McCoys. And here's Joe Hatfield. This is out of the Life magazine, and we'll show you the real, another one here in a minute. But, and according to Life magazine, Devil Anse Hatfield ordered this $3,000 marble statue of himself, carved in Italy, and had it hauled up to the mountainside by the mules to a spot that he picked out. And he said, this looks like a nice, dry place for graves. Of course, Devil Anse died January the 6th, 1921, at the age of 83, ready to turn 83. And of course, the man and the boy looking on is Joe Hatfield and his son, which was Devil Anse's great-grandson, Willie Joe. Now, Joe Hatfield told Life magazine in 1944 that he saw his dad pull that monument up on the graveyard with 2 mules. And he said it in the very spot that he was wanting to be buried at one day. Continuing on, in one of the historical restoration forms here, the nomination form that they was asking to make the cemetery a historical place, it says that the children of Devil Anse bought the monument and had it placed on the cemetery in 1926. And that's the story that's their story, and they're sticking to it, more or less. That's the story that's been told for years and years and years. The family put that monument there 5 years and something after Devil Anse had died. In 1926, they put it there. Of course, Devil Anse died in January of 1921. Now here is a picture of Devil Anse's monument at his funeral. Now, a lot of people have said over the years, when Sheila and I pointed this out, that the monument was already there. Devil Anse fans or supporters or fabricators, whatever you want to call them, they said, no, that's not Devil Anse's funeral. That is when they was dedicating the monument in 1926. Well, if it is, Lavasi and most of the people there, if you'll do the research on it, they've all got their same clothes on that they wore to Devil Anse's funeral. The exact same clothing. So this is in fact Devil Anse's funeral, but let's just, for the sake of argument, say that it's not. Let's say that that's when they dedicated the monument. This is Devil Anse's grave right here. This photograph was taken April 19th, 1922, soon after John C. Hatfield's death. Now, Devil Anse died in 1921. Here's his grave. You can see where the flowers have rotted and so forth that was there the previous year. Over here to the side is John C. Hatfield's grave. Now, John C. died 14 months after his father. Right here is Devil Anse's monument, and right here to the right is where they would put John C.'s monument later on. But down here is his grave. That's where he was buried, and there's no monument for him there. This is April 1922. Notice April 1922, when John C. Hatfield died, look here what's in the background. Not 1926, 1922. So there's no way, whether you believe this is the funeral or the dedication of the monument, it doesn't matter. That's irrelevant. Let's go down here for 1 year after Devil Anse had passed away, and there's John C.'s grave, and there's the monument. So this down here that says that it was placed there by the children in 1926, that is total fabrication. That is not true. She's going to close in on some of that now and let you have time to pause it and look at stuff. And again, at the end here, we'll get the Life magazine and show you the Life magazine itself. This has always been controversial rather. Mm-hmm. And it's one of the items that we're going to talk about over the next year or so that you're going to be totally surprised at. Now, whether you're a Devil Anse Hatfield fan or not, it doesn't matter. I'm related to both families. Preacher Anse Hatfield was my great-great-grandfather. His daughter, Nancy Hatfield, married Asa McCoy. So Nancy Hatfield married Asa McCoy, and they had Philip McCoy, and that was my grandfather. So I'm related to both. We're not trying to take sides or make one side look worse than the other or better than the other. It doesn't matter, but we do want the truth. Yeah. And there's so many videos out there, and there's so many misconceptions and mistruths that that's what Sheila and I are going to do. Yep. We're going to try to clear them up. If you want to believe what we're saying here, believe it. If you don't, and you want to believe that this monument was put there in 1926, even though John C. was buried.
The graves are fresh. Look at the dirt on the top.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they're both, Devil Anse's is just a year old. But up on that hill, if you've ever been up there, there's no grass today. So, you know, the flowers have rotted. That was from his funeral. And so it is what it is. Yep. Okay.
Thanks for watching. Get back here.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for visiting us. We hope you enjoyed the show.
This is our first video that we're going to be making. So, of course, It's rusty.
Yep.
And rough. And hopefully we'll improve and they'll get better as we go along.
Yeah.
But whether the presentation improves or not, listen to the content.
The facts.
Research the facts. Research the content of what we're saying. Research it. Don't take our word for it. That's what's wrong with the feud history now. Everybody has always taken somebody else's. I heard a video the other day said, Devil Anse Hatfield was a millionaire. He died a rich man. Well, Devil Anse Hatfield was not a millionaire. And they failed to mention how Devil Anse Hatfield got his wealth. But we'll discuss that as we go along and show proof. And may give you a different take on the one of the books that we wrote on the Hatfields and McCoys. The title of it is Monument for a Murderer. And we'll go over how we came up with that title in another video. But you'll see that if you'll follow history and follow the facts, that was a murderer. Yep. He was a murderer and a thief. And that's how he got his wealth. It's not hard to get wealth when you take it from somebody else. But anyway, we'll continue with the next one.
Yep. Thank you. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.